Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and I'm here today to do Roxy's weekly challenge. It's week 37 and it's a large ephemera holder. I'm not sure whether she meant it was for large ephemera or it's a large holder, but I'm going to do a large holder for small ephemera. Actually tickets. I keep my tickets in this little takeaway carton, and they have become quite unruly, and yeah, so I think it's time to sort them out and try and put some of them into this holder book. I have never made one of these holder book ephemera holder altered books before. I'm going to do it slightly different from Rachel, so let's have a go. My book is this book. It was 49p. You get these books, well, I see these books a lot in the charity shops, and so I'm quite happy to get one for 49p and use it up. I have already prepared, so Rachel used covers and then sewed in her own signatures using scrapbook paper, but I'm going to keep some pages in this book and just use the pages that are already there to house my pockets. So I have already taken out a few pages. What I did was I searched, and I hope, because it's quite a big book, and I'm hoping that I can, let me just move my juice out the way, because we don't want a disaster with the juice. If you can see, let me see, am I too close? You can see how this has got string between each signature, and what I did was I found the centre of each section and I pulled out two sets of pages, so that was 4 pages from each section, just to make it so that when I stick the pockets on, it will have room to grow and expand, and I hope that's clear. Basically, you're just pulling out some pages, but my book happened to have sections where I could find the middle. You can see how I didn't really do that one very well, and it's better to pull out the middle of sections rather than just go to the first page and start pulling things out, because then you've got a matching page that will come out at the other end. So it's best to pull them out from the centres. I had a wee go at a pocket there at the back just to make sure I was on the right lines. So you'll need a book. You'll need some vellum to make the pockets. So I've got my vellum here. This is just plain old vellum. We'll keep that sheet out just now. Keep one sheet out because I've already got some pockets prepared. Let me just do that. And then all of this is for the cover, and we will do the cover now. Will we do the cover first before we do some pockets? No, let's do some pockets and then I'll show you what I'm going to do for my cover. So what I did was I got my book and I thought, right, what's the best way of getting the most from a piece of vellum? And I decided that using it that way, I could get 3 pockets, although I'm only going to put 2 on each page. So this was, how many? It's 30 centimetres, so it means I can do 3 lots of 10. So let's just cut the pockets into 10 centimetres. Doesn't matter if they're not all just perfect, it's just making the little pockets to keep the tickets. You could make them some small ones, some large ones, depending on what you want to keep in the pockets. So let's just do one, and So all I did was I just folded in the sides just so that it gives it a little bit of leeway for you know, rather if you have them flat it might be quite tricky to get your fingers, and I've got little fat fingers, so I wanted a little pocket that was going to slightly open. So double-sided tape, and just down the fold there. And on the other side. You'll see that I didn't really measure. I'm not so fussed about having them all exactly the same. I'm more concerned about it's going to be a much better system to keep the tickets so that I can see at a glance what sort of ticket I can use. So we have put a strip down the bottom and a strip on the folded in pieces, and we're just going to cut the notch somewhere in the middle. That'll do. And yeah, so I have already got a few pockets, but we'll just put a couple in. Let's rub that out. There. So maybe one there and one there. I'm not sure about whether I want to decorate the inside yet. I think Rachel was not decorating this week. I think she was going to decorate the cover maybe over a second week of the challenge, so I don't want to jump ahead before or I won't have anything to do next week. But I want to do my cover, but maybe add some fanciness to it next week. Yeah, so we'll cover the cover with the scrapbook paper. If I can ever get this, there we are. It's very sticky, the red tape one. Very super sticky. Right, so we've got tape all the way along, and we're just going to bump that down there. And having those little bits folded in just gives it a little bit to lift. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Maybe what I'll do, because I've got some tickets that might just get a wee bit lost in these bigger pockets, but I've got bigger tickets which will be perfect. So I think further down the line, once I've put the bigger ones in, what I might do is just do little narrow ones for little tickets like that, so that I don't have to put my hand right in, you know what I mean, to get the tickets out. So you could probably get maybe four, maybe 4 or 5 narrow ones. Oh, come on, there we are. So we can stick that down. Sometimes it comes away easier than other times. Yeah. Oh, I'm hearing little woofs coming from the other room. But Millie's sound asleep, so I think she must be dreaming. Oh, I wonder what dogs dream about. Do you think they dream about other dogs chasing them? I think sometimes she is dreaming about a dog chasing her because her legs go as well and her tail goes. Right, so I've got these, but I think you've got the gist. So I think we'll go ahead and do the cover. So for the cover, I have some of this nice scrapbooks papers. This is Stamperia, or is it Stamperia? I don't know. It's calligraphy. This is the 12 by 12 book, and it's really nice. I've used quite a few of the pages, so I thought that might be quite nice. And I've got some part bits here that I thought were nice. So I'm thinking we'll need to trim that down. Now, do we want let me do it that way so that you can see everything. Do I want the top of the A snipped off, or do I want I think I want all of the A on. Right, so we want to just trim that down to there. And this one will overlap, so I can save a bit. Do I want it that way round? No, I want it this way round, but I don't need all of that. I can actually trim that to just cut off those squares, so that's easy. And we'll have that fancy bottom bit in, so we'll trim that to, well, the same length as that. So I can trim that at the same time. And where's my wee notch? Where did the notch go? There, it's there. Okay. When things have got a pattern, you can lose your notch quite easily, I think. Right, that'll do it. Right, that didn't seem very much. Is that the right length now? Yep. Okay, and then we need to take this off this. Yeah, we can use that piece for something else. So we've got that and that. We'll just stick that on like that, I think. Okay, glue stick. Yeah, I wonder what dogs dream about. Treats, chicken, bones, being chased. Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to put a bit of fabric over the spine, so I don't need it to go right the way to the edge. That's going to overlap a little bit, so we'll just put that there. There we are. Let me just rub that off because, you know, as per, glue everywhere. And yeah, we might do something to the inside. We shall see. Okay, so the back, I've got these 3 pieces. It was rather than use a whole sheet, I thought I'll just jigsaw these pieces together for the back, but now I'm not so sure. Oh yeah, that's better, I think. I quite like that grid. That just matches up. That's just going to fit no more. With my fabric down, that will be fine. This is the back, and it's a big decision, you know. Right, okay, I'm going to cut that the same length as that. Right, then I just have to decide, so that and that's going there. And then I just have to decide, do I want this or this? I think I want all of the letters in. So we need to trim this to, oops, just above that line there. That's fine, and that fits exactly there and there. Okay. So I'm thinking I will look out for another one of these books, or as many as I can find in the charity shop. Like I say, I do find them or see them. I don't always buy them. I've only ever bought this one. But if I see more this size, I think what I quite fancy is having a set, maybe have 3 of them for this type of thing, so that I've got them all, the bits. So I want to glue up to that line there, because I could put tickets in this one, and then I could put stickers or flowers or butterflies in another one. Yeah, that's quite nice. Okay, so I've got this, which was out my my book of samples, my sample book, and I thought that colour matched that scrapbook paper really nicely. But I just need to take a little bit off from, let's see if we do it that way round, then I can So yeah, that'll be fine. I'm putting fabric around the spine rather than paper because I find that paper just maybe just will crack. Wait till I go and get the glue. Yeah, paper, I don't sometimes have much luck with paper on the spine, so I'll do the fabric. Right, so I'm just going to put, I hope this, this is quite awkward because it's a big book and I want you to see what I'm doing as much. But I'm just going to put glue on there for the moment. So that I can get my middle down. Right. So that's the way I'm opening. And I want that to be the top. So we'll do it that way. Yeah. Right, that'll do for now, and I can go back over it, and if the edge is coming up rather than put too much on. I'm thinking maybe I could have made it a bit fancier by stitching round the paper before I stuck it on the book, but you know, I think that the paper is quite fancy anyway, and I might still, like I say, Rachel was going to do the outside, I think, in week 2 of week 37, I think we're at. So, yeah. And what I might incorporate in, if she's decorating the cover, what I might incorporate in is I've got like stamps and alpha stamps and stamp out the word tickets. I think that's what I'll do. Right, now let's see what we need. Do we want to put more pockets in so that I can just show you how this is going to be? I think so. I think we'll put more pockets. So because I've got these ready, might as well do it. Right, let's get this. Oh, there's one of my little notches. I hope let me just reach up because I've got the camera up higher today. Yeah, I think you can see okay what I'm doing. Not that it's very exciting taking the backing off the tape, but okay. Yeah. That one come off fairly easy. This means this one will be tricky because I find that about every third or fourth one, oh, is problematic for some reason. Right, and here. Right. I'm thinking maybe we'll just put some tickets in for now, just so that we can say we actually did. Yeah. See, now I'm going to want to sort these out. Into some sort of order. I mean, you can see them better, but I think it's a job for one autumn night in front of the telly. Once I've got all my pockets in, I think it's a job because to get all these and to make them all a bit matching, then mind you, this is a little bundle that seems to be quite matchy. Yeah, I mean, I can tell that I'm going to love once this is organised. I can tell that it's going to be so much better than there's 3 the same. See, this is what I'm going to end up. There's ones there. I mean, I don't need to be able to see every ticket, but as long as you've got like a wee idea of what's... See there, I want to start moving them up a wee bit. But I think that's probably enough in there, because the whole point is that you can see what you've got. I think. I've never done this before, but I'm guessing that the whole point is so that you can see what you've got. So, I mean, I can tell that this, I'm going to need this whole book for all these tickets. But anyway, at least we've made a start, and we can put, oh no, I've cut, yeah, because I did 2 more. Now that's the trick. Are they going to stay in? Yep, they're staying in. So let's see, do we want to move on to like this type? Now, how would you do that? Would you just do them? Just kind of overlapping a bit. These tickets are lovely, aren't they? They're not, well, I mean, they are tickets, I suppose, but they're not really like... Here's another wee bundle of wee double ones. And then, see, I've got singles that must have been when I've used other ones, they've been left behind, as, you know, on the strip. So I think maybe in this page, if I wanted all these type of tickets to be together, I could put the narrow ones on that page. And then, do you know what I mean? And that would keep all this type together. Although I think probably I'm going to need another couple of pockets for these. Oh, here's a wee single one. See, some of these are narrow ones. Here's a narrow one. A narrow one. Is there narrow ones? No, they're all thick ones. Now, the thing is, do we double up? Do we double up? No, I'm not going to double up because the whole point is so that you can see what you've got. So that's okay. That's on the plain sheet. I wonder how it looks once you come to the actual book. How are these pockets going to look? Yeah, I think that's going to be cute. You'll be able to see what's behind once you've started using the tickets. Yeah, I'm going to put them there and then I'm going to do the rest of the tickets in there. Right, I'm going to do all of that off camera, and then next week when it's Roxy's weekly challenge, we will zhuzh up the front and give it a title, and yeah, and maybe do something with this inside. But I'm pleased with that. This is my first go at one of these ephemera holders. So I'm pleased with it, and it's not too thick, and I think it'll sit nicely on the shelf, and it will be so much better than rummaging through a takeaway box. Yeah, okay, so I hope that that worked out and you could see what I was doing with the bigger book. I tried to get it all in, but if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.